Hey guys, we are here with another tarot review. This is one I've already opened, but this is a small deck. You know, you can see it's like smaller than my hand, and I have small hands. But it's called the Night Sun Tarot by Fabio Lustrani. So you can see it's kind of got this Viking-esque magic, vibe. A lot of the cards are this same kind of feel as the one you can see here. So I'll show you those and see what you think about it. I do like smaller decks that you can kind of carry with you places. And if you were to take the cards out, they're even smaller than the box appears. The box is kind of chunky, but that makes them easier to put in a little baggie, like a little drawstring bag and carry around. So let's take a look at them and see what you guys think. All right, here we are with the deck. You can see it's an extremely small box. The cards are, of course, extremely small. So we're going to take them out, and remember, they are not in order. So somehow the booklet got mixed. What are these cards? Oh, these are just the label cards. There's the backs. That's what the backs all look like. It's got a cool kind of geometric tunnel effect. Interestingly, because the triangle's not mirrored, you can tell when they're right side up or not. But that's just the title card. Then this is an ad for the Los Garabo company website and stuff. It's just kind of a Facebook ad thing. It looks like it's the same on each side. And you can see this is one of those kind of crappy small books. I wouldn't expect a good book in a box this small. So this is just going to have basic explanations of the cards, very short. It does follow the Rider-Waite loosely in meanings, but the imagery not necessarily. And remember, these are not going to be in order. I apologize, but it's a deck I've already opened and used. So we're just going to leave it out of order. So this is the Ace of Swords. Now you can see, let me hold them closer for you guys. I'll lock in on them. There we go. I'll try to keep them close to the camera. You can see the top left and top right corner have the symbol related to swords. I believe that's air. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. I don't have those symbols memorized. Although I should. There's only 4 of them. It's not that hard. But there's the Ace of Swords. Now we've got the Devil card. You can see it's got Capricorn symbol up there. And this is a Hebrew symbol. I don't know, or letter rather. I don't know what letter that is. But Hebrew letters have meanings. You can see there's a face down there. So these have some pretty multi-layered look. It's got this Baphomet style goat with female body and male phallus. So you've got lots of meanings there, lots of symbolism. So for how small these are, there's a lot of imagery packed into them. I don't know if this is one of those decks that has a big and a small version. It might be, because a lot of these small decks have larger versions. But anyways, it looks to be the Three of Wands. It's cool. There's an eye that's closed there. So you can see, there's the sun symbol and there's a Aries symbol. So they all have zodiac links to each card. Some of them have Hebrew lettering or planetary labeling, and there's lots of symbolism hidden in each one. So I do like this deck. I remember the times I used it, I really liked it. This is 4 of Pentacles. I don't know what those things are swarming up to the pentacles. They look like snakes to me. Weird imagery, but I like the geometric shapes in the background. Here we've got the 6, 7, 8 of Wands. I had to count. I don't see 8. Oh yeah, I do. It took me a minute. So it's kind of interesting. Lots of texture and symbolism. Imagery packed in there. Some sort of shaman looking person with 8 wands kind of floating nearby. This is the sun. Interesting that there's two people. Usually the sun is like a baby riding on a horse with a bright sun. This is cool, interesting, different. I do like when decks have Rider-Waite themes, but they do different stuff with them. This is the Aerophant or Hierophant. I always forget how to pronounce that. Forgive me, I'm going to say it wrong in almost every card review I do, or deck review. But you can see lots of symbolism packed here, and different layers to the image. King of Pentacles. You can see elemental symbols on this. I like the green. Lots of green. So that's cool. He kind of gives me Aragorn vibes, but with longer hair. Empress. Really cool looking. The way her leg is, it looks like it's angled, or am I holding the card weird maybe? No, it's definitely got a weird angle to it. It's interesting. Here we have, this is the card on the box. It's the Magician. He gives me kind of like a Viking dude vibe. But then you've got these medieval, you know, symbols or sigil stuff behind him. There's also 777 below him. So lots of weird symbolism. It would be cool to see what it says about these. 5 of Wands. Some sort of shaman with a lion head sort of mounted on him like armor. They definitely mix a lot of like European symbolism and Goetia, which is like sigils and stuff, but they also have some shamanism. So they're kind of mixing, also Viking stuff. So they're mixing a lot of symbolism, but most of it is, I would say, Eurocentric, meaning like white in heritage. So I don't know if they did that on purpose or that's just part of the theme. But I get that vibe from a lot of it. Temperance. So she's got angel. I like how her angel wings are huge and they're sort of blocking her, protecting her. It's definitely cool. Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. It's an interesting looking one. They're like pulling the money out of their bag and giving it to you. Possibly. Or did you give it to them? You're paying them. That's the question. Knight of Swords. It's a pretty card. It's brighter than some of the previous ones we've had. This is the 9 of Swords. I like the plant growing out of them. Oh, there's some blood down there though. So it's like they're growing, the plants are growing on a grave full of swords. So it's like coming from a dark place, this thing is growing in the light. This is the 6, 7, 8 of Cups. I don't know why I have to count it every time. It just looks like a lot of numerals. 8 of Cups. It looks like she's balancing them perfectly. And I believe normally 8 of Cups is imbalanced. So that's a different take on it. Interesting. Queen of Cups. Or what I meant on that is normally you see the cups as 5 and 3 instead of 4 and 4. So it's normally showing it as an imbalance, but on this one they show it balanced. So that's interesting. Okay, Queen of Cups. Looks like she might have a pregnancy sort of belly. So they're hinting at potential. Sometimes birth imagery, like if there's not actually birthed yet, it means potential is coming, like something huge is coming. There's also flowers showing growth. And of course she has water because it's cups. So that's interesting. There's the Ace of Cups. Got some beautiful flowers growing out of it. Always like ace cards. 2 of Pentacles. She's sort of balancing on them. pretty close to the traditional meaning, but it shows it in a unique way. This is the 10 of Pentacles. There's a bull or an ox. Looks like plants are growing out of it. Interesting. I can't tell if it's supposed to be a statue of a bull, but it's a real bull, I think. There's also smoke coming out of its mouth, it looks like. Very interesting imagery. 2 of Cups. There's a heart in the middle, so kind of captures the romantic meaning of the 2 of Cups. I really like how it looks, though. Pretty nice card. 6 of Cups. They use angels in all these cup ones, it seems like, so that's interesting. Or people with halos. Queen of Wands. Very strange. Seems like all the wands have that lion on them. Possibly connecting to Leo or fire energy. Definitely cool. King of Wands. Interesting that I had them side by side. Maybe I didn't shuffle the deck good. He looks cool though. There's the Chariot. Got this sort of religious looking guy with a staff driving the chariot. It's also a triangular or pyramid shape. Like the chariot's got a cool shape. There we have 4 of Wands. There's a heart in the middle. Interesting. This one is Strength. She's prying open the lion's mouth. That's traditional looking. Lots of texture around her. The Wheel. It's kind of like an automated or automaton thing, like a robot, but old school robot. Very interesting. There's gears, almost steampunk, I guess you would call it, but pre-steampunk. There's the 8 of Pentacles. Very strange looking people. This is Justice. You got the scales, so you've got Libra energy. Cool background, like kind of strange. There we have 3 of Swords. You've got the heart that's usually on the card, but there's these humanoid figures. Their faces almost look like there's a mask over them, or they're part animal or something. It's hard for me to tell, but I like the way it looks. Could imply things like a love triangle or your heart's being affected by 2 people. This is the 2 of Swords. Usually 2 of Swords is a blindfolded woman holding each sword, but I like how there's 2 people. Shows a little bit of conflict maybe. Here we have 6 of Pentacles. There's a little fruit there, so it's interesting possible meanings. Here we have 3 of Cups. Got little cherubs. Happy little cherubs. The High Priestess. She has almost like a Templar look with the red and those iron crosses. I don't know what's in the cage down there. I can't see it I'll have to look on the larger video. I'm looking on a phone screen, so it's very small for me. There's an Egyptian symbol behind her on a stand. I think that's the sun in the Egyptian symbols. I'm not sure. Queen of Pentacles. It's pretty cool. Here we have 7 of Swords. Usually 7 of Swords is a guy sneaking away with swords, I think. So this one's kind of different. This guy's laid them out and he's doing something to them. or meditating over them or working energy in his hand. I can't tell. Definitely different. Oh, here's the Ten of Swords. The most dramatic card in the Zodiac, or not in the Zodiac, in the Tarot. But in this case, she's standing up, so it's almost saying like you're not laying on the ground like a baby. You're actually walking on with all these wounds. Interesting. Judgment. She's got the trumpet. She does look like an angel. It's interesting that the people are green. Then we have Nine of Cups. Wait, where's... Oh, I guess the ninth cup is facing you. Like you're looking down into it. That's interesting. And there's a baby in it. Very interesting. Page of Wands. Some of these figures look almost like they were 3D models that they rendered and then photoshopped stuff around. Because they have a strange look, almost all of them. Yeah, even the halo has, I can see straight edges like it was a polygon model. 3D model with low resolution. It's interesting. I wonder if they did 3D render these and then sort of paint on them in Photoshop to make them look nicer. So this is Four of Cups. You can see she's trying to balance. Interesting. Three of Pentacles. Kind of strange looking guy. We got the Seven of Pentacles. It's got some Hebrew lettering. Kind of a Kabbalah tree of life shape over him, I think. Five of Cups. Kind of looks dark. Something shady going on, maybe. We've got the Ten of Wands. And they're laid out like two pentacles. Kind of interesting. We've got the Moon. Oh, they're skeletons. Creepy. There's also the wolves that are from the normal Moon card. And a symbol behind them for the moon. Also a sigil. So lots of strange stuff. These are like half alive, half dead people maybe, or ghosts, I don't know, spirits. That's a weird one, but interesting. The Emperor. He's got the Aries armor on and a sigil behind him. And a bird. I don't know. Oh, it's an eagle. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Just chilling on his horse. The Knight of Cups. I like how he almost looks like he's floating, but I think he's resting on that rock. The angle's kind of strange to me. But that's a pretty card. We've got the Nine of Swords. Or sorry, Eight of Swords. It's a cool looking image. Page of Swords. He actually looks like a page. Sometimes the pages don't really make me think page. Because a page is like a young knight in training almost. Like they're usually supposed to be young people. So this actually captures that. You've got the Ace of Wands. The wand is part snake and there's fire symbolism. So that's really cool. Four of Swords. Wow, this one's weird. The swords are tied to her and she's like crawling on them. It's also kind of sexual because she's like half naked and just the way she looks is kind of sexual. It's primal, I guess would be the best word. Interesting. This is Nine of Wands. Very weird, very interesting. This is the Six of Wands. She's sort of wearing them. Strange. This is the Seven of Cups. They're floating, it looks like. Very cool. The Fool. There's the dog. I don't know what the Fool is doing. They've got chaos symbols all over them, like a chaos star. So I guess they're saying the Fool kind of is chaotic and wild, maybe even reckless. This is Page of Pentacles. Another young looking page. So they kind of got that right. Two of Wands. Weird. Some of the wand ones are weird to me. The Hanged Man. Oh, their head's in a cage. Definitely gets, you know, traditional Hanged Man imagery, but with some added things, added symbols. This is Seven of Wands. They've got that Greek medical symbol, staff symbol thing with the snakes intertwined in the wings. It's kind of interesting. This is the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, there's an eyeball there. And I like how the plants are growing through them. That's cool. This is the World. And you've got this sort of bluish Shiva-like woman. She's got different things. Lots of symbolism. You've got the four animal symbols. Or it's like an angel and four animal heads, I think. That's traditional. It's kind of strange, interesting. Here's the Hermit. Definitely captures traditional hermit vibes. Pretty much the same. Although I see a snake there, that's weird. He's like a shaman. The Lovers captures kind of a love triangle vibe and a cherub. I guess this is like implying polyamory, maybe? I'm not sure. But there's also a cherub, I don't know, making the love happen or something. Page of Cups. Yeah, all the cups have like angel wings. It's interesting. Here is the Ten of Cups. It's got that same Tree of Life shape that some of the other cards had in them. It's pretty. This is the Ace of Pentacles. There's an earth symbol. Death. Oh, they made Death a woman, it looks like, and she's pregnant. Which works because death symbolizes big changes, and it could mean growth is coming, or in this case, it's literally a baby is coming. But it's like she's tribal and dressed like death, but she's actually pregnant, so growth is coming. I like how strange they made some of these cards. Like, they have good symbolism. There's King of Swords. I think my dogs are about to start barking because someone's coming home, so I apologize for that. It's really hard for me to record without noise because there's always noise. So here's the star. She looks pretty. It doesn't look like the traditional star, but it's definitely cool looking. This is the Six of Swords. She's traveling. Normally Six of Swords is someone in a boat with swords stabbed in it. But these, she's either carrying them or they're stabbed into the barrels. So it does capture the traveling vibe. Knight of Wands. I love how this looks, like that glow looks cool. He has kind of an Arabian clothing style. Then we've got Queen of Swords. She's got one of those cages. It looks like maybe a heart is in the cage. I can't tell. I'm gonna have to look at these when I edit the video. Very interesting. There's the tower. It's definitely got something growing out of it or melting out of it or something. And there's geometric symbols and lightning in the background striking it. Cool looking. The King of Cups. Some flower symbolism. And finally, the Five of Swords. Looks like he or she is in distress. I think it's a he. But yeah, that one's kind of a darker one. It's got the Aquarius symbol up here and female, or sorry, that's not the female symbol. It is Venus, I think. Right? Or am I wrong? But yeah, definitely some symbolism. But overall, I really like this deck. If there's a larger one, you might like that if you want to do full-size readings. But I like these small cards. Sometimes it's fun to just go to a coffee shop and do a small reading, and you can kind of quietly do it. It doesn't draw a bunch of attention. If you bring big cards to a coffee shop or restaurant, you're going to draw a lot of attention. Sometimes you may want that, but a lot of times you just want to chill at a cafe. And it's just cool to have these. Or if you go with a friend somewhere, it's fun to do a reading for them. Take turns even. So it's nice to have small decks sometimes. And a lot of the smaller decks are kind of gimmicky, I find. So it's always good when you have one like this that has good symbolism. In fact, this has a lot of symbolism on every card. So I do like it. Some of them don't feel right to me, but I always get that with every deck. There's always going to be a couple cards you don't like. Overall, I think it is a good deck. I did notice, I pointed this out earlier, it's very Eurocentric, so everyone in it's white. Even the Shiva looking woman was illustrated like white. I don't know, there's no nice way to say it. She just looked white. So it's like they could have gone Indian with that, really pushed different cultures on every card, but I think they did it deliberately because they wanted this to have, there's a lot of Templar symbolism, so there is a European heritage to it, and there's also Viking symbolism, which of course would be white centric. So that's okay. I'm not making a big deal out of it. I'm just saying I noticed it. So if that's an issue for you, I'm just kind of warning you ahead of time that it's not a very racially diverse deck. Some decks are, some aren't. I like the deck overall. Because we're talking about portability, I think I'll rate portable decks, kind of different from the big decks. So they get a little bit more boost in how I rate them if they're good. Like I'm going to give it a 9. If it was a larger deck, I'd probably give it an 8. But because it's portable and it's got such good symbolism, or actually, if it was larger, I'd say maybe 7 or 8, a little lower. But because it's portable, really good symbolism, looks pretty great, I'm going to say 9 as a portable deck. So there you go. I would say get it. I didn't mention the price. I paid, let me zoom in here, $13.95. So it's not very expensive. Smaller decks tend to cost a lot less, so that's a pretty good deal. Oh, there's my cat. He's about to walk in the frame. But yeah, I would say get it if you want a small deck that's portable. It's pretty cheap. It's only, you're only paying about $14. So yeah, I recommend it. Look forward to more videos. I'm trying to do every Tuesday. We're just going to call it Tarot Tuesday. Everyone else calls it Tarot Tuesday. So reviews should be every Tuesday, one deck a week. So look forward to more in the future. The channel, if you don't know, is called DreamWolf Tarot. So check it out, subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the video, all that good stuff. That way you'll know when a new one comes out each week. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you like the song in the video, you can check it out because it's a new music project I have called DreamWolf. The link to my bandcamp is in the video description. Thanks for watching.